It has been about 10 months since Arizona Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords was gunned down in a parking lot in Tucson.
6 other people were killed in the shooting, and now the incident, along with gun laws, were the topic of a hearing in the nation's capital today. Reporter Nathan O'Neill from our Washington bureau was at the hearing, where some of the survivors of this shooting addressed lawmakers about tougher gun laws.
911, there was a shooting at Safeway, Ina and Oracle, where Gabrielle Giffords was. And I do believe Gabrielle Giffords was hit.
It's been less than a year since the Tucson shooting that killed 6 and wounded 13, including Representative Gabrielle Giffords.
The shooter was on top of me.
Patricia Maish has been called one of the heroes in the Tucson shooting, but today she is testifying before Congress about gun law enforcement.
We can fix this. People deserve to have safe gun laws.
Maish and several others affected by the Tucson shooting came to Capitol Hill to share their stories and call for tougher legislation about gun laws. While here in D.C., they even stopped for a meeting with Giffords' staff. Nancy Bowman was at the Safeway that day when shots rang. She remembers Giffords.
I think of her at the scene, and quite honestly, I would have believed that she would survive.
For Bowman, now is the time to act on improving gun laws.
We just want the current system that is in place to be comprehensive.
Today is a notable day for Giffords after a nationally televised interview and the release of her new book, written with her husband, Mark Kelly. She fills in the pieces of what happened after that January day.
I'm getting stronger. I'm getting better.
For many, this marks a milestone not only in Giffords' recovery, but the recovery of everyone who survived that day, including Daniel Hernandez. While he's grateful that Giffords survived, he's also happy to see a discussion going on about improving gun laws.
I'm not willing to go out there and say that if we had had tougher background checks, we would have avoided January the 8th, but I think it's an important lesson moving on.
In Washington, D.C., Nathan O'Neill, Cronkite News.
Today's hearing concentrated on strengthening the rules about how background checks are conducted when someone wants to buy a gun. No decision on the bill was made today. As for the Arizona contingent that testified, they actually gathered together in a hotel room last night to watch the special on Gabrielle Giffords and her recovery.